So you want to know how to combo in Sparking Zero? Give up. This game has no real combos. That is lesson number 1. And that is because there are so many counters and combo breaker mechanics in this game that even if you try to do something flashy like this, chances are someone's gonna super counter before you're even halfway finished. That said, that doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Mashing square is all good, but is there nothing more you can do? Yes, maybe the opponent will counter me, but maybe that's what I want him to do. I want to force that situation, and if he doesn't, more damage for me. In this video, I hope to break down the Sparking Zero combo system enough that you will leave not only knowing the combos I teach you, but also with the ability to create new combos yourself. First thing you should know is that the combo counter on the left side of the screen is actually lying to you. I could do this, into this, and the combo counter keeps going. Look at that combo counter, just, oh my goodness, so much damage, such a flashy combo. Wait, is he dead? He is. Sheesh. This is a fake combo. If you do it against a player that is not even trying to combo break with super counter mechanics or revenge counter or whatever, just a player who is holding block, that will not work. And I can show you by setting up the bot in the following way. You're gonna set him up to just guard. So the bot will be always guarding here, and you start with a guard break. And if you drop the combo, you'll see that he goes back to block, right? So if he blocks, that means the combo is false. So if I do the same combo I just did, oh, it already dropped. And that is just holding block, by the way. You can actually get kind of countered here if you choose the wrong direction. Like, this is crazy. This is a fake combo already. And this is actually how I'm going to recommend you guys do this in practice mode if you want to figure out real combos. Set him to guard, but also you got to set him to have maximum ki, because if you guard break him too much, he's going to be stunned. And now he's like kind of exhausted, and this is cheating. You don't want this. So in the gauge settings, you're also going to set the opponent's ki to be maximum. And I also like to set his health to max so he doesn't die and we don't have to reset all the time. That said, the combo that we did actually works with his back turned. So from the back, a lot of combos will work. With these same settings, you'll see that if I drop the combo, the bot is going to turn around and block. So you can check if this combo is true. And as you can see, the bot does not have time to turn around. I don't even know what I did anymore. I'm just improvising. So back turned is where you're going to get most of your sauce. But when the opponent is facing you, your options are kind of limited. That said, I did find some stuff that I didn't see anyone else on YouTube mention. So we might have some new tech for you. Now, because we're learning and we're exploring combos, I'm going to set the bot to not block for now. Yes, the combos will land are not going to be true combos for a while, but this is so we can practice and get better at understanding the Sparking Zero combo system. We'll turn that guard back on towards the end of the video. If you're just picking up the game, feel free to mash the square button. Your character is going to do all of this, and that is pretty viable. Even at higher level players will do this. They will stop on this attack right here. After they teleport, they will do this, and then they won't follow up. The next follow-up is a little bit easy to vanish, so players tend to avoid that. What they might also do is after knocking the opponent away, they might press circle, which is a safer move to pull off. This is vanishable, but you will be safe if the opponent does it. The opponent can also vanish this one, but that is a little bit harder to do than the normal vanish that you would see after a big knockback like this. This is very easy to vanish if you're playing against an advanced player. So auto combo, pretty viable, especially facing forward, but if you're facing the back, you might want to get something extra. And what you need to understand is that this game works with what we call rush combos. That's when you hit the square button, but don't mash it the whole way. You got 5 hits. You just press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you'll see that the 5th attack knocks the opponent slightly further away. If you stop mashing right there, you can actually extend the combo by stepping in. That is pressing the X button. We're using PlayStation notation here. Xbox players, PC players, I trust you guys will be smart enough to convert the PlayStation controller, okay? So rush attacks, 5 hits, step in, and you can keep the combo going. You can do this up to 3 times. Rush 1, boom, rush 2, boom, rush 3, and then the combo will forcibly drop. So that is your combo limit kicking in right there. On top of that, you have follow-ups with the triangle button. Now on its own, it shoots ki blasts, and we'll talk about ki blasts in a second. But if you put a triangle button after any square, a different follow-up will happen. There are a couple of ones that are universal to every character. After any number of squares, 1, 2, 3, or 4, you cannot do the 5th. If you do the 5th, you're too late. But you can press down plus triangle, and you'll do a grand slash. It's kind of a sweep motion. If you press up plus triangle, you will do a lift strike. And this works after any number of square hits, 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you do the 5th, you went too far. That said, if you don't hold up or down, there will be other finishers, as you can see. But these are different depending on how many square buttons you pressed. And they are also different depending on which character you're playing. That's right, they're all character specific. So to find out what those are for your character, you're going to go to explanation of controls on the pause menu and scroll all the way to rush chain actions. And you can see right here what are are Gohan's actions. And he's got flying kicks, Ki Blast Cannon, Rolling Hammer, and heavy finishes. So if you press 1 square into triangle, you get flying kicks. If you press 2, you get Ki Blast Cannon. If you press 3, you're gonna get Rolling Hammer. Players really like this one because it gets back turned. That's, I love backs. And if you do 4, you get heavy finish, which has a big stun. Now, all of these, or most of these, actually have a follow-up. That's what Heavy Crush is, for instance. If you land a heavy finish, you can press triangle, triangle, square to do a heavy crush. Now, most of these will actually be a combo finisher. Maybe some of them will link into a super if you want to. For instance, if you do Dragon Tornado after a ground slash, this will reset the combo counter, but he's got his back turned, so it's pretty hard to dodge. So it's a good setup to do a rush special like this. And yes, it's not just the character-specific moves that have follow-ups, the universal options also do. Though those follow-ups might be different depending on the character you have. If we switch over to Vegeta, for instance, you'll see other types of follow-ups. For instance, you'll see that he still has heavy finish, but it's after 2 square buttons now instead of 4 like Gohan. He still has flying kick, but it's after 3 squares. But he also has a new one, which is rush Ki waves after 4 squares. And it looks like this. On the other hand, if you pick a theoretical weaker character, you know, a low DP character like Yajirobe, and you go over to his combos or his rush options, you'll see that he's got heavy finish, heavy finish, heavy finish, and then he has rolling hammer. But like, yeah, you have a lot less options the weaker the character is. Theoretically, that's not always the case. Some characters still have a godlike moveset. So after you pick a character, make sure to check the pause menu and see what rush options they have, because you're going to need those rush options to build your combos. Another move that has a bunch of follow-ups is the universal lift strike. As I've taught you, after any number of square attacks, hold up plus the triangle button, and you will knock the opponent up into the air. You can follow this up by pressing the X button, and the character will go up there. Sometimes they'll just fly, sometimes they'll vanish like this. And after you vanish up there or fly up there, you can press the square button to do this full rush, or you can land a heavy attack that will stun them, and you can then keep your combo going. You can also knock them up into the air, stun them with a heavy, and then finish with another heavy, go into some vanishing attacks like this. But again, this is dangerous because heavy attacks can always be vanished. So if you want the safest possible option after a lift strike, just follow them and mash the square button. Because there are no heavy attacks there, you're not going to be able to vanish it. They might super counter you, they might revenge counter or use some other combo break, but at least you're safe from vanishing. Now, why did we just spend so much time learning about combo finishes? Because the structure of Sparking Zero combos is very tied to combo finishers. For instance, let's just look at Flying Kick. Flying Kick right here is a pretty fast series of attacks. You can only put 1 Flying Kick in your combo. So you can do the whole rush thing, right? But after you do a Flying Kick, if you try to do another, the combo will straight up drop. So every single finish, let's do heavy finish here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, boop. You do a second one, the combo forcibly will drop. So you can only do 1 finisher per combo. That said, if your combo keeps going, you can do flying kick into heavy finish, into rolling hammer. You can use them all, and that's how you extend combos further and further. There is one more universal finisher that I didn't tell you about, and that is the smash attack. When you hold down the square button, I'm sure all of us have done this already, we just blow the opponent away with a fully powered smash. Well, this actually has 3 charge levels. That was the fully powered one if we just keep holding it forever. If we don't hold it all the way, it knocks them back like this, but what we want is the weakest one, because it keeps the opponent pretty close. So if you got your opponent in a combo, you can mash square into a small hold, and then you can keep the combo going like that. That's another way of extending your combos. And now that we know all of that, I'm going to set the opponent to guard, and we're going to land a full combo with almost all the finishers that we looked at. So from the opponent's back, we're going to do 2 full rushes, and on the 3rd rush, we'll do a smash attack into flying kicks, into heavy finish, going into grand slash with a down triangle, and end it with a lift strike rush, which does allow us to throw our own rush super right here, dealing about 35,000 damage. By the way, charge supers will also work after this lift strike rush. Now, you want to be sad? Because this was kind of sad when I figured this out. If I do a very basic lift strike combo into the rush, I am going to boost this super because I also did on the other one, and you'll see that the damage the super does is a lot higher now, bringing the combo damage just 1 bar less than the other combo, which we extended for ages. The problem with big combos like that is that you are vulnerable to super counters. During any of those rush attacks, the opponent might super counter, and super counters are not that hard to do in Sparking Zero. They used to be a 1 frame counter attack option in Tenkaichi 3. Now they are not 1 frame anymore. They they are a lot more lenient, which means if you got a combo that long, a high-level player will for sure interrupt it. So a small combo like this, even though you're losing a full bar of damage, might actually be the way to go. That said, there is one move that cannot be super countered, and that is Ki Blasts. Now, if we set the opponent right here to use Perception on us, if you don't know what Perception is, basically it's counter attack button. So you can do Ki Blast on the ground, and they will even counter Perception. If you are late on the conversion, you will actually get hit in the face. But if you are quick enough, you will get through their Perception, and you'll be able to combo them without actually dropping. So they could be a good way of approaching and maybe even extending combos if you are afraid of Perception. But the one I want to focus on right now is Ascending Ki Blast. That is when you jump and throw Ki Blasts. And as you can see, for 1 bar of meter, you throw Ki Blasts extremely fast and deal a ton of damage really quick. The downside of this is that it only works on the ground. If you're in the air, you can't do Ascending Ki Blasts. But if you manage to find a place to fit this in a combo, your damage could actually skyrocket. And you'll see that that has significantly boosted the damage in our initial combo. We went from 35k to 37 here. I've gotten almost 39k. Damage can be a little bit inconsistent in Sparking Zero because it depends on how much you held this button. It depends on how many Ki Blasts came through when you did the Ascending Ki Blast. You know, there's a lot of variables. And Ascending Ki Blasts are actually also something unique to each character. Gohan's are not even the best ones. If you want Ki Blasts, you know you gotta go for Vegeta because his Ascending Ki Blasts are just insane, bro. It's so quick and so much damage. But yeah, that's kind of how you build combos when the opponent has his back turned. But I get it. Back turns is easy, right? So what do you do when the opponent is facing you? Well, I set my opponent to guard, and then I start with a guard-breaking move to see what actually works. And as you can see, immediately after the first step-in rush, the combo drops. And that's just the opponent holding block. They're not combo-breaking anything. Now, this isn't necessarily something bad for you. You're in a mix-up situation. Like, you can actually set it up in a way that you're mixing them up, and they might get hit by this, which is a high attack, or you might go for, like, a charge move. So they're not ready for this. It's pretty quick and it's going to guard break them. You're still in a very good place, but we're talking about combos here. So let's see what actually combos, because I did find something. Okay, so just to reiterate, after I do the first step in combo, it's going to break, right? He's blocking my combo. If I direct the step in, he still blocks the follow-ups. That doesn't work unless you do flying kicks. Flying kicks, for some reason, unlock your second combo. So if we guard break the opponent here and we do flying kicks, now we can actually get the step in and a second combo. How cool is that? And as far as I know, it's universal. I mean, someone like Yajirobe, he doesn't have flying kicks. So sorry, Yajirobe, you don't get a second combo. If you got a character like that, which there aren't many in the game, what I recommend is doing is basically just full auto combo. And after the full auto combo, wait, Yajirobe doesn't even vanish? He doesn't even have a proper full auto combo? Okay, well, sorry, Yajirobe. You're just not a combo monster. But yeah, if that doesn't exist, just full auto combo, do this vanish, and then maybe finish them towards the ground. You can extend this further if you want with vanishing attacks, but it can be dangerous, so just be ready to counter vanish the opponent if needed. But yes, different characters have different amounts of vanishes. Trunks here only has one, so if you do a full auto combo, he's going to do the auto vanish and then the manual vanish into lightning finish. That said, if you use flying kicks, suddenly you can get in and do a second combo. You still have to direct the step in. After you step in, you can do a kick towards the middle of the opponent, or you can direct it. You can direct it up or down by simply directing the button. So here's step in from above. Boom, this works, right? And here's step in from below. Boom, that works. Now, I believe they can actually block it, but they would have to guess high or low on their block here. But the important thing is they can't simply hold block to stop you. So if you do this, flying kick, and then you step in and you got the second combo, and then you can go full auto combo, right? You do this if you're feeling risky, but if you're not feeling risky and you want to play it safer, you just go 1, 2, 3 into, okay, Vegeta is on the third attack, right? 1, 2, 3, flying kick. Then you step in and do auto combo. And after this vanish, keep it safe. And that is pretty much how you combo in Sparking Zero. Now, of course, you may catch some opponents slacking, and, you know, this works when they're facing you because, you know, they weren't ready, or they're trying to counter and missing or something, you know? You could do all of this if they are facing you. It's up to the opponent to stop you. But if they start blocking, you gotta know what is real and what is not. You gotta know what you can do that leaves them without any other options. And these are the true combos that I found in Sparking Zero so far. Hope that has helped you figure out how combos work in Sparking Zero, and no, you weren't crazy. Most of the combos that were real in Tenkaichi 3 no longer are in this game, even though the combo counter seems to think so. But of course, Sparking Zero is more than combos, so if you'd like to learn more of what I think of the game, check out the review right here. Thank you for watching. Boy.